Hello, everybody. This is Jonathan Tran from Paramic Financial Services with the Paramic Hour. Today we have a very special show because it's 2022. So welcome the new year. I know that in the last month or so we haven't done the live stream because of the end year, very busy with the closing out 2021. But now that we're in 2022, it's a new year, new opportunities, and very excited because today I actually have two special guests that are going to be with me right now. And then on top of that, guys, I have actually three another guests coming in. So you guys tune in for a great show today because I'm excited today because I have Mr. Tuan Lee here from California, my mentor. He's come to join us, and I'm very appreciative to have him come all the way from California to do the show with us today. Mr. Tuan, will you say hi real quick?
Hello, everybody. Happy 2022. We wish you a very happy, healthy, and wealthy 2022.
Thank you, Tuan. And then next to me, I have Mr. Very handsome Thomas Deng. Very crucial support in our business here, and I'm very happy to have him come. He doesn't always have the opportunity to come and visit us, but when he does, we're very happy to do so. He just happened to be that he brought cold weather with him this time, and so we have to stay a little close to each other to stay warm. But Thomas, if you could say hi to the audience, please.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I am from San Diego. Very warm weather, so I don't know what cold weather he's talking about. I think this is Houston weather. I'm freezing this morning, but Happy New Year, everyone. And we wish you have a successful this year, healthy also. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you guys. So the reason why that they're here visiting today is because we have a very special occasion. As you guys know, I came from the banking industry for about 13 years before I decided to leave the financial industry in that aspect. And I was lost for a while. When I left the bank, I felt devastated because I didn't feel like the bank wanted me anymore, even though I gave my heart, blood, tears to them for 13 years. And when the time came that they didn't need me anymore, they just kicked me to the curb. And I felt lost, and I didn't know where else to go. And luckily, my mom, know Mr. Tuan Lee's family since I was a baby, and I have a picture of them holding me when I was 1 year old. And it just happened to be that we are able to meet again, so far in the future, and be able to work with one another. So I really appreciate that. But my mom told me that, Jonathan, if you want to continue your career in the financial service industry, you have to talk to Mr. Tuan Lee. And I say, why? And I don't know who he is. And she's like, you have to, actually, she told me to talk to him when I moved to Texas and I was still working for the bank. And she told me that maybe you should, instead of going to the bank transfer, you should go and talk to Mr. Tuan Lee, go work with him. But at the time, I was just about to get married, I got to buy a house. I felt like I needed that stable job, we think that right, so that I make this move over here and get settled. So I didn't take that opportunity right away, but I wish I did, right? But fast forward 2 years in Texas, I found myself leaving the bank, and I was devastated for at least 2 years. It took a long time for me to recover from being at the bank because I thought that the bank was going to be my one career. I was going to work 30 years. I'm going to retire. I'm going to be like all my bosses and all the people that I see working at the bank. And so I put so much effort into it only to see that I was leaving. And it hurt me, really. And I didn't know if I could find another career in the financial industry because when I left the bank, I felt like I couldn't go back. And so, but I felt that it was something I was good at, and something I like to take care of other people in terms I care for others and care for their finances, because financial is so big, so many things, but how do you know what to do with your finances, right? Especially with personal finances, they don't teach you that in school, and what you learn is you learn from your parents. And nowadays, even with all the information around us, people are still looking for ways for people to educate them or get more information for them to make the right decision. And so that's why I'm very happy that I've met you guys, because without your support, without your experience, I don't think we'd be here today, right? This year marks the 6th year that we left the banking industry, we left our regular jobs to be an entrepreneur, to be on our own. And I've seen myself grow so much, both personally and professionally wise, working with the both of you. And we really appreciate that. And not only it's just personal growth, but we see our business is growing as well. And so last September, my birthday, we made the senior broker promotion in our company, and I've been fighting for it so hard for the last 5 years, and we finally did it. You guys have great support for us to make it. You guys told me we have to do it right and do it with pride, and so I stuck with that. Like, I didn't want any shortcuts. I wanted to do it the right way. I wanted to work hard to earn it, and we did it after 5 years. Some people may do it faster than me, but at least I know I did it the right way, and I built my business the way where I'm proud that I did it that way. So thank you for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's very exciting to be able to get to that point, because when I left the bank, I felt like I knew a lot about financial industry. I thought I knew a lot about finances, but I was so humbled when I came here, and I felt like, oh, I didn't know a lot of things. And I felt like I needed to take a step back and take a step down and just kind of relook at myself and say, you need to get rid of everything you learned before, take the best what you learned before, apply it to the new, but you got to start fresh, be coachable, and be open-minded, and know that this is not like something you're just going to get rich overnight, right? It's something that you have to build up over time. And it's been, fast forward, this is going to be 6 years, 5 years working together. And it's first 2 years I didn't do too much because I was still learning. But in the last 3 years, I see our business growth go up exponentially because of the platform, because of your support and experience. And I feel that we have great opportunity for growth going forward for this year. So that's why, hence the title is it's a new year, a new opportunity, because I see that every single year is a new year for a new opportunity for growth, a new opportunity to change your life, to change yourself. And I see the change happen in myself and my family. I went from being a single guy to a married guy to a homeowner to a father, and now to your own business owner and a leader. And I really appreciate it, because without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. Right?
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
today is just, I want to thank all of you who've been watching us, all of our clients, customers who supported us, all our friends and family who supported us over the last 5 years. It's been quite a journey, and we made it, right? But this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning, because I really love what I do here in this career. And I love the support I have, and I love the success that I feel, not only personal success, but also career, business success as well. And today, we want to share with you how to be successful in the financial services industry, and especially for 2022. Because, having the industry is an old industry, right? But sometimes you have to be innovative, you have to learn how to change throughout the times. And I think, with you guys sitting here, you have 20 years experience, 30 years experience. Mr. Twanley, if you can start off by sharing with the audience, why did you choose to go into this industry? And, how have you been able to change over time to keep up with everything that's going on and stay relevant in these times?
First of all, congratulations to Jonathan and your team. Last year during the pandemic, many organizations suffer, many business fold. However, you and your team grow almost double, in terms of revenue, income, and the number of clients you go out there and help. I think that's very important. But I remember that, the difference between Jonathan today and Jonathan 5 years, 6 years ago, when you work for a bank, is he and his team become entrepreneurs. And do you know the difference between an employee and entrepreneurs? When it comes to a paycheck, entrepreneurs sign the paycheck in front. Employee sign the paycheck in the back. Right? I mean, I always, want to sign a paycheck in front,
Yeah.
and that's why I want to be entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs come with a lot of commitment and challenge and also hard work. But with hard work come high rewards also, and you and your team did great. And I believe that the reason why Jonathan and his team become very successful last year, despite all these challenges, the COVID-19, the pandemic, the unemployment, all these kind of challenge, because I think with your vision, Jonathan, with your leadership, and together the hard work of everybody here, you anticipate what the consumer want. Business is all about learn how to connect to consumer. I don't care what kind of business you're in, learn how to connect to the consumer, anticipate what they want, and deliver what they want. And that's what entrepreneur is. But we're in finance. So I've been in the business for 32 years. The last 32 years, things change. The 80, the 90, things are different, The 2000, different. Today, because of pandemic, most American people think about retirement different. They think about finance different. They think healthcare different. They think taxes different. We, like you anticipate, what there's a need for, because of pandemic, things change, Consumer today, especially when you thinking about retirement, today they think about three things. Number one, family. Number two is their health. And number three is, obviously, their finance, Those are the three things that most Americans think during retirement. So let's talk about those three areas. In terms of family, never before, more and more of us are more connected to our family.
Yes.
Because of pandemic, despite all these social distances, despite all these travel barriers, somehow, some way, we are more connected family than ever before. And we appreciate family. Because, before we always love our families, but somehow because of all these, we have so many obligations, we tend to take it for granted.
Yeah.
But the pandemic reminds us family is very important. And that's how, more and more people try, they get closer ever before, during the pandemic, which is good. We need that, the second thing is, I think it's very important nowadays to a typical middle income American is, during retirement is healthcare and the long-term care costs. So I know you and your firm are on top of that. You and your firm are very good at that. Healthcare, a lot of people, you have to understand that, a lot of people, you need to, you and your team help other people pick the best plan for people out there. The best plan for me, I'm 60 years old, I'm married, have kids, may not be the same like you. You're younger than me. May not be the same like you. It's not like one plan fit everybody. And you and your team, the reason why you grow, because you go out there, provide education. When you pick a health plan, it's about not only cost, but it's also co-pay. It's also about deductible. It's a lot of things, Right. So, just the education is very important, And then also another thing, we need to understand long-term care, okay? Long-term care cost is, all of us here on this live stream, you and I know our parent, our grandparent, during this pandemic, what happened to them? And that's the reason why we all need to learn about long-term care costs. Every day since 2010, every day 10,000 Americans turn 65. And by 2030, in the next 8 years, the youngest baby boomer will turn 65. Can you imagine that? In the next 8 years, the youngest baby boomer will turn 65. And you know what? Long-term care cost is in their mind, You know what? Most of the middle-income average American, they will have problem when they need long-term care costs down the road,
Right.
Now, in this country, either you have to be very rich, so the cost is irrelevant to you, or you have to be very poor, then Medicaid will help you. But, if you're in the middle, you have to qualify to be Medicaid. It's not easy, but doesn't matter whether they are poor, whether middle class or they're high income, you and your team always come up with a solution for people. If they are poor, you come up with a solution for them. If they're middle income, you come up with a solution for them because long-term care cost is very important, for the consumer out there. And third, the last thing is about finance. Finance, because of pandemic, everybody nowadays talk a lot about finance. They think about finance. They want to talk to an advisor. They want to talk to professional people about their finance. When you retire, Jonathan, you are young, but eventually you're going to retire. You know that many people in this country rely on Social Security
Right.
is their main source of income during retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
But the average check of Social Security in this country is about $1,500 a month. So let me ask you this, audience, on the live stream. What are you going to do with $1,500 a month? What kind of retirement lifestyle will you have with $1,500 income a month? It's very challenging. But thank you to you and your team. You go out, educate people out there how to maximize that numbers, how to be able to get higher than the average checks out there. I think it's important. Also, another concern about finance in this country is when during retirement, make sure we have money and make sure we don't run out of money. That's also another important thing too. And I'm pretty sure that you and your team, your firm also talk about how to make sure that they don't run out money. Their spouse don't run out money. Hopefully that, you educate people. You have workshop, go out there and guide and educate consumer about that. Make sure that, they do not run out money during retirement age, And obviously the third thing I think is very important too is they're talking about, many people, older people in this country. As a matter of fact, the statistics say that 81% of people 50 and above in this country do not have the three most essential end-of-life document planning. They are number one, will. Number two, power attorney. Mm-hmm. Number three, healthcare directive. 81% of people 50 years old in this country do not have those three things. And you and your firm also guide them. During this pandemic, a lot of people go to hospital. What do they ask you first thing? Healthcare directive. What is that? So these are some reasons, I think why you and your team grow so fast last year, because you provide what the market in Texas need.
Yeah.
You educate them these kind of things, So I think that, despite the fact that you grow more than double last year, but I think the best is yet to come. It's just like the title of this live stream is New Year, New Opportunity, but it also will be new beginning for many of you also. So congratulations again. Your best is yet to come.
Thank you, Ton.
Very proud of you.
Yes,
Right.
you make a lot of great points because, people out there, there's so many aspects of finance that we don't understand. And everybody's looking to, build their wealth. They want to grow their wealth even more, and they want to protect their wealth.
Mm-hmm.
But most importantly, like when you have all that already, how do you transfer that wealth to the next generation, right? And all these questions come up on how to do these things and how to address these things. My family in California right now is going through, the long-term care issue with my grandparents right now, and it's devastating for them because people have to take care of grandma and grandpa.
Right.
They need specialists.
But what happened when you have to take care of your grandma? You give up your life.
Correct.
You have to give up your career.
Correct.
When you take care of elderly people, all of you on the call here, it's a full-time job. Mm-hmm. It's a sacrifice. As a matter of fact, sometimes you die before you burn out. You're so tired. You may die before the person you take care of.
Right. So those things that if we plan ahead of time, if we had that education before, because a lot of people grow up, like my parents say, oh, I wish I knew the things that you know right now. Like I could plan so much better. And, it's our responsibility in our generation now to be able to take this knowledge that we know now and to share with others and to educate others so that they can take action today, because you're not getting any older, everybody. I always say it in my live stream, every day you get older, it gets more expensive, and you have a chance that you don't qualify for whatever solution that you're trying to do. And the ticking time bomb, it's going away. Right? You get older every day, you can never take back the time that you lose. And so whatever time that you have right now, ladies and gentlemen, you have to take advantage of it right away. And I'm very appreciative that, you know, you as a visionary, you've been in this business 30 years, you see all the different needs and changes, and you let, you know, the team know, like, hey, these are things that you need to learn more about. You need to come and learn more about so that you can help others. You've been talking about this before I came along. 5 years ago, you've been talking about this, and we just start to keep doing it and talking about it to, you know, our friends, our family, our clients, and that's contribute to our growth. So thank you so much. One quick question I want to ask you is, why do you continue to stay in this business for so long, and, you know, what do you think the future looks like for you?
Because of Jonathan. Actually, you know, my wife and I, we have a chance to talk to his mother, you know, about 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. And, you know, family relationship is very important. Friendship is very important. Business is good, but, you know, relationship is also very important. And many of us find out during the pandemic too. So we value the relationship pretty high also. And, you know, the opportunity is so huge, Jonathan. I alone cannot do it. Unlike other people out there, you know, the business out there, they are saturated. You know, there are a lot of competition. Over here, you mentioned about, you know, there's many areas, but one area you just say that the wealth transfer. In this country, you know, in the next 20 years, $68 trillion will transfer from older generation to younger generation. Think about this, $68 trillion. Some of you excited about $1 million. You know, when you have $1 million asset, when you have $1 million account, when you have $1 million check, you get excited. Think about $68 trillion will be transferred from older generation to younger generation. The market is huge, Jonathan. You know, I mean, that's why I work hard. That's why I want to make sure I want to make sure my son, Alex, get involved in these things. You know what? It is a huge market. And the consumer out there need to have a financial education. We are one of the richest countries on earth, okay? We all know that, correct? However, when we retire, we always have money problem. You know, either you Google it, or you look at your parent, you look at your uncle, you look at, you know what, why are we in the richest country, and when we retire, we always have money problem? Lack of financial education, and I mean quality financial education, and also lack of services, follow-up also. You know, this is not a one and done transaction. You buy a car, done. You know, you buy a book, one, done. But when you in terms of finance, it's very important that, you know what, when you save money, make sure you have follow-up, because a lot of things change, you know. Either you make more money, or you get laid off, or you get married, or you have children, or whatever, or maybe you get sick, you know. See, it requires constant follow-up. Every time you have a major life event, marry, kid, you get sick, whatever, it requires you adjust your plan, whether it's a health plan, whether it's a estate planning, whether investment plan. As you age, things also change. So, like I say, one of the reasons why you and your team grow, because you know what, the follow-up, the service is very important. Most people out there can't compete with you guys, because why? One and done transaction. So, yes, I'm excited for you.
Thank you, Mr. Tuan Lee. Everybody, Mr. Tuan Lee, he's a wealth of experience. You know, relationship is so important, like you said, and you know, I take that, and when I work with my clients, I see that he treat me a certain way, having a relationship with us and turning it into a business relationship, and I take that same culture and I put that with my clients as well. Is when I work with them, you know, I treat them like it's my own family, and I'm going to take care of their finances, or I'll provide them the education and advice they need, just as if they were my family member. And I've seen that over the years, my clients have become almost like my family, my friends too. And it's a very special industry that, you know, all other industries, when you do business, it's very transactional, right? You have a transaction and then it's done if they return because they need it, but there's the relationship is not there. And we create a platform where people feel involved in their finances and they become part of the planning, right? My dad always tells me people don't plan to fail, they only fail to plan, right? But a lot of times people don't know where to start. And working with us, they're able to have that starting point, but not have to feel like, hey, this is that, you know, this is the advisor's plan. No, we work with them to have their plan, right? So thank you very much for always giving us the right guidance, the wisdom. And I really look forward to growing with you, in the next 5, 6, 10 years. If hopefully you can retire, and then Alex and I can, continue to grow the business just as you did in the last 30 years.
retire for now.
Right? And that's the nice thing, right? A lot of people, thinking that, I'm going to work towards 67 and I'm done, right? And I don't want to work anymore. But I keep seeing you and other people in the industry working as long as you have. Like, keep going. Where can you work in the industry where you're in the same industry 30 years? It doesn't happen anymore, right? But I see myself keep going in this industry for another 30 years. And
Awesome.
it's because I have people like you to look up to. So thank you very much. Now, the next person I want to talk to here is Mr. Thomas Dang. And his wife is not able to be here today. So to Catherine, if you're watching this, hello, thank you. And thank you for letting Thomas come and hang out with us. I keep him warm, so don't worry. But Thomas, you've been so crucial to our business because, we talked to Mr. Tuan Lee. We see that there is a big, huge need in the financial service industry. The market is huge. When you do in business, everybody always says, you got to look at your market, right?
Right.
You got to look at the opportunity of the size of the market share and what you
Absolutely.
can capture, right? And the second part of it is now that you know that there's a market for what you're doing and there's a big market for it, how do you address to provide some form of services or needs to that market to capture that market share? And working with you over the last 5 years, we were able to develop more of a diversified financial platform to help our customers with many different aspects of finances. Not just, you go out there, you see someone sell life insurance only, and they're only good at life insurance, right? Or you have someone out there who does only auto and home insurance, and that's all they do. Or maybe someone who just does taxes, and that's it. Or you go to the bank, and they only do banking. You just have to go to so many different places to render your services, and everybody has a different culture, has their own agenda, and it's not your customer's agenda.
I think Jonathan says something very right. Interject here is this. In terms of finance, okay, there are many plans. Health plan, auto insurance plan, life insurance plan, investment plan, college education plan, and so on, okay? If you have one bad plan, it will ruin the other all good plan. So it's very important that, all plans need to be workable, make sure it's suitable, and it's the best plan for family. Yeah. The problem is many people out there, they work like 3 or 4 different advisors out there, and every advisor is for themselves, for himself, But over here, you and your team, it's a one-stop shop. So when you come in here, all the dots are connected. It's very important that you and your team make sure that you deliver all 4 or 5 good plans for the consumer out there. Suitable plan for the consumer out there. Best interest contract for people out there. I think it's important for us to do that.
So I like what Alex always tells me is that, we come with holistic financial planning, right? So that we connect all the dots together. In some cases where we may have to work with others, and a lot of times when others see how we work, we're able to be on the same page, and we develop very good working relationships with, other partners out there that maybe we don't do the services. But Thomas, I want you to maybe share with us a little bit more about, your experience in terms of, you're very well versed in healthcare, very well versed in taxes, very well versed in estate planning. I mean, that's a wealth of knowledge, and it addresses all the areas that Tuan was talking about that's needed out there right now. Maybe you can share with us a little bit about yourself and your experience, and how you came up with these diversified platform to plug into our system here, so that we have a more holistic approach when we help our clients.
Thank you, Jonathan, for introducing myself and allow myself to share with you on your live stream today. Hello everyone again. For me, I feel that it's a honor, it's a fortunate, it's a privilege for me to work in the financial industry for almost 2 decades. The reason why I say so is that you may not need financial knowledge to make money. There's so many careers out there can help us make money. But you need financial knowledge to manage your money. And that's the key. And that's why just that one line alone that I see so many opportunity out there. There's so many consumers out there that need us to help with them, to manage them, their finance. American, we're the richest country on earth, which means we have so many people make money in this industry right here. So any people who making money should be our client. our potential client.
Right.
Because we can able and capable with the team together, we can able to manage the money to the next level.
Right.
For being in the industry for so long, I see that there are two things that people do not pay attention to, or maybe not looking into it very seriously, is healthcare costs and taxes. Tax. And we see that your healthcare cost is always rise up. I remember back then I was single, young, healthy, don't have to do it, don't spend much money with healthcare costs.
Right.
And eventually we marry, and then today I have 4 children. Can you imagine the family of 6? How much healthcare costs do we have to spend every single year?
That's a lot.
From budget health insurance plan. To every time.
That's why you have no money to eat. Look how skinny you are.
It's a good way for you to stay skinny is have more children, based on my experience. See, in the past, I only visit doctor 1 time a year for annual checkup, right? Today, at least we go 6 times.
Wow.
Right, 6 of us. Me, my wife, my 4 kids, each of us, we go for annual checkup. See, the cost keep rising. On top of that, my parents growing older. So part of our saving, part of our income catering toward the healthcare expense as well. Supplement. We're taking care of my parents right now also at the same time. I'm talking right now, my wife stay home taking care of my father-in-law who get into the requiring caregiver like almost 24/7.
Wow.
And Tuấn was saying that in America, if you are wealthy, the healthcare cost is very irrelevant to your income.
Right.
But if you are low income, the government will take care of you. My father-in-law belong to the lower group of the population. We always thought that the government was taking care of them 100%. Until you get into that situation, you realize that they don't have the capability, the budget to taking care of my father-in-law 100%.
Right.
So part of my healthcare expense today is my father-in-law.
Wow. That's a lot of responsibility.
A lot of responsibility. It may take us only like 30 or maybe 40 years to pay off your mortgage. But healthcare costs is go with us for lifetime. Another area also is tax. Tax I also believe that is a lifetime expenses also, right? And then imagine the year before, our government, spending in terms of healthcare increased 36% the year before. Where is that money come from? Just healthcare costs alone, 36%. Now this week actually, so many of us so excited that we can order the COVID testing kit at home. Is that right?
True.
For free.
Yeah, I posted it in our page.
That's right. So I think by now every household in the U.S. already order or getting order 1 or 4 or whatever already. We don't have to pay for that, correct?
Probably that. Maybe.
We don't pay for that. Let me put my question in a different ways. We don't directly pay for those kits. Is that right? But where's the money come from? The shipping. Some people have to pack the packet before they can send out, right? It's all come from taxes, right?
So we're paying for it then. It's not
So
free.
in a way, if your parents don't pay for it, then the children pay for it. Obviously my parents have low income, so they don't pay tax. I don't worry about that. But the children pay for that, somehow, is that right? So tax, without questioning, without asking, I believe that it will go up. And if I ask all the audience in today's live stream, I think we all agree based on what we read, what we see, is we go up. So how can we manage our tax expense with the income that you have?
Yes.
And our income level is changing, our financial situation is changing, along with the tax law changing also. That's why at the beginning, our conversation opened up. I say that, you don't need to have financial knowledge to make money, but you need to have financial knowledge to manage your money. Many clients come to us, they believe that their health insurance agent is their advisor, So basically, that's why when you talk to health insurance agent, where's their job? Their job is, to find you the cheapest plan, right? Or to get you a lowest deductible plan that you want to. But healthcare expense is not just a health insurance plan alone.
Right.
Why? Because many items that you need to take care of your health, that health insurance plan do not cover, do not pay for it. One of the biggest items that I see that health insurance do not cover is long-term care. Can you imagine someday that you need to have someone taking care of you? You need to admit to a nursing home 3, 4, 5 years,
Right.
$80,000 to $100,000 a year, and yet your health insurance plan do not pay for that. So many people cannot wait for me to get to 65 years old so that I can qualify for a government health insurance plan named Medicare. And by that time we find out that, well, they don't pay for my long-term care. Maybe it's a little bit too late or a little bit costly at that time to plan for those.
Right.
And in the financial industry, for over 2 decades, I know that. We all know that. And therefore, with the knowledge that we have, with the knowledge that we work together with all different specialists, as a team together, one thing I see the benefit from that is it help my family plan better. So for those of you that you make money outside of the financial industry, maybe it's a time for you to learn about financial knowledge so that you can manage your money, right? Or maybe it's a time for you to learn about the financial knowledge and make money within the industry at the same time.
That sounds interesting, Thomas. Because so far we talked about what the outlook of the industry looks like, what the need is, and the need is so huge. And then you're talking about how we address that by having so many different services, especially having more knowledge around healthcare. My family in California and some of my friends are saying hello, and my mom was saying, yeah, they're going through that issue right now. And like you said, people think that the government's going to take care of them, but realistically, the government only helps you so much.
That's right.
Right now, we're seeing that the government has looked at my family situation and they've allocated a budget, right? And they say, okay, with this budget, go find help.
Right.
And so now the family has to go out and find help. And when those professionals or even non-professionals look at grandma's situation, they're like, I can't do it for that much money. It's too cheap. Like I need more money to take care of the need that your mom needs, and I'm not willing to do it for that much. So what happens? Government pays some, and then what? Family has to come out of pocket and pay for it too, and it's because of lack of planning. Right?
Planning is very important because we all know that planning for something is always cheaper than fixing something. So about 10 years ago, Jonathan, I switched my tax preparer. I have tax preparer, but about 10 years ago, I switched my tax preparer to him. The reason why, because he planned with me on the tax return. Prior to working with him, prior to switching my tax preparer to him, see, my tax preparer is just like a data entry. Basically, okay, I just give him all the data and the guy just type in and then, okay, boom, done. I don't like that. I want you to plan with me, work with me. How do I plan for minimizing taxation legally, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I think it's important. That's why I switched to you about 10 years ago. I'm very proud and I learned a lot of tax planning with you, and it helped me a lot, because basically tax is a cost item. And when you plan to save money for retirement, when you save money for college education for your children, when you save money for long term, be careful about fees and taxes. Because fees and tax, basically, they are costs. They take things away from you. Now, there's certain things we cannot do anything about it. You gotta do. But we try to say minimizing the fees. Because everybody has to make money, okay? Minimizing tax. Because the government you gotta pay tax. But minimizing it legally, so that way you can achieve your goal faster and quicker. So that way you can enjoy your lifestyle.
Number one complaint that I receive from my client about tax preparer services is they don't have a chance to talk to those people.
Right.
Or the tax preparer do not want to talk to them or don't have the time to talk to them. How can you do a financial planning or advising without talking? I don't know how we can get there. But at this moment right now, it has to be provided through communication. And that's why it began 5, 6 years ago when we start to help you build a business in Houston right here. What do we tell you? It's not about how many tax returns you done a year. Yeah. It's about how good you communication with your client. Right. You may do little, but you have better of those families.
Right.
Then you try to do 2,000, 5,000 clients, but you never communicate with any of those.
Yes.
You know, so that, right, but it's one thing that the industry has to fix, but it's an opportunity for us.
Correct.
Because there's so many demand, there's so many clients look forward for us to do the tax and advise them at the same time. You know, so for 20 years, I'm excited. You know, hopefully I are healthy. You know, hopefully my wife allow me. You know, in my house, my wife control everything. So
He said it on live stream, everybody. Catherine, you heard him say it, so you can always play this back in case he ever, acts up on you.
yeah, it's never hurt to have your wife, to make your wife feel good. You know,
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life. So hopefully I can contribute so many years. So this is a great career for us. You know, thank you, Jonathan, for giving us a chance to share with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, so, and Thomas makes a great point. He has brought healthcare to our platform. He has brought tax planning to our platform. But the difference is that we're just not someone who just come and you do your stuff. And I'm not saying that other agents out there or other tax preparers out there don't do a good job. They do a great job, right? But here we do things a little different because we incorporate planning into what we do. So when we do your healthcare, we just don't get you a plan. We get you a healthcare plan, and then we look at other aspects of your finances to make sure that we complement and we fill any gaps. When we do your tax planning, we help you not just data entry and submit your tax to the IRS, but we do planning to make sure that we helping saving money on taxes, be efficient, be legal with your tax filings, and at the same time plan for other aspects, like say if you want to buy a home, how do you need to prepare for that? If you want to start a business, how do you have to prepare for that? If you are looking to retire, how are you going to plan for that? And taxes tell that story, and you need your taxes to be done properly so that you can plan for those things. So, with your help over the last 5 years, I've learned so much. Some people, they think oh, John, you're a CPA. I said, I'm not a CPA. I'm just telling you guys now, but I do take the time to learn as much as I can about taxes every year. You give me all the resources to read about, and so I'm able to be very knowledgeable about all aspects of taxes, personal tax, estate tax, business taxes. And so I'm very proud of that, and I appreciate you that. But one little thing that I took away from you is you said that there's an opportunity for people to do what we do and help other people and make additional income. And so I think that's very exciting because, that's where the new opportunity is coming in, right? This new opportunity, not just for me to grow my business further, but also for others or you out there right now that are thinking, hey, what these people have been saying, it makes a lot of sense, right? I'm going through it right now, or I see other people going through it, and I know people that maybe I could help too. So how do we address that need? And so my next guests that are going to be coming up, I want to thank you guys. You guys can take a moment here so we can switch guests out. But I'm going to have Alex and Frank come on. They're a younger generation, the next generation coming up that are very excited about doing this career, seeing this career as a real career. And then what do we need to do to be successful, and what success have they gotten because of the support that we got?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
thank you
All
very
right,
much.
Thank you. Good luck.
All right. And,
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys so much, and we look forward to doing more in business together in the years
All
to
right.
come.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
So you
Bye-bye.
guys
See you
hold on
later.
for 1 second. We're going to do a quick swap out, and then we'll be right back, so don't go away, okay? Give us 30 seconds.
All right.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of Paramic Hour. It's our 6-year anniversary, and if you missed the first half, we're coming in our second half. Our topic today is New Year, New Opportunity, and how to become successful in the financial service industry, and how we're going to be successful in 2022. Just a quick recap of the first half. We talked to Mr. Tuan Lee and Mr. Thomas Dang, very crucial partners in our business that help us see the vision of what we could do in the financial services industry, and what strategies and what nuggets of wisdom that we can take from Mr. Tuan Lee and be able to capture some market share, and at the same time work with Mr. Thomas Dang to expand our diversified platform to become so-called like a one-stop shop, be a holistic planning services firm where we can address all of our financial customers' needs. And so I'm very appreciative that that's how we got our success this year, that we have great leadership, great experience. But at the same time, leadership and experience is one thing. We have to take that leadership and experience and run with it ourselves, right? And today, on our second half of our live stream today, we talked about a little bit in the first stream about the outlook of the industry, what kind of financial platform that we can provide to our clients. But most importantly at this time is that, there's such a change in the job marketplace right now in the industry, in the US, the world in general, that, people are looking for change, right? And people are looking for new careers. People are looking for ways to make more money. Either they want to work part-time to make more money, or they want to look for a new career. And today, I'm inviting two gentlemen that I work very closely with, I'm very proud to work with. They're younger, but at the same time, they are new to this career, or their career have been here at least 5 years. So I wanted to introduce really quickly, if Frank, you say hello first.
Hello everyone, this is Frank from Paramic, and I think you guys see me a couple of times on the live stream, and I'm just really proud to be here today.
Awesome. And then this is Alexander, or Alex Lee.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Alex from San Diego, California.
Unfortunately, Alex is no longer single anymore.
Oh.
So, and same thing with Frank too. But we're all dep guys and
Hey,
handsome guys here.
You don't see no rings on my fingers.
Phoebe, you hear him?
Yeah,
Is she on the live stream right now?
No, she's not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I really appreciate being in business with you guys over the last year with Frank, and the last 5 years with Alex. Alex and I, we joined the industry about the same time together, and we've seen quite the growth together over the years. Sorry, we had a block in the camera.
You're in the camera.
But you guys, so I was saying is, I've been working with Frank for the last year now, and I've been working with Alex for the last 5 years. And I want them to kind of share with you guys, like, why are they in this industry right now, and what has being in this business, and specifically working together with our firm, what did they get out of it, right? Personally and professionally wise. And maybe if they don't mind sharing, like, what kind of income that they're making right now. Because I think a lot of people may question, like, hey, you know what? We see the big need. We see a good platform. We see that, okay, there's some opportunity here, right? Because it's a new year, new opportunity. What kind of opportunity do we have here? And, what kind of income can we potentially make by doing this? So, I'm very proud that we've been able to work together with Alex. And so maybe I would like Alex to speak first today.
Okay.
Thank you, Alex, for all your support. Alex looks very young.
Guys,
But-
before we start, I think we had some technical issues.
Is it?
But Jimmy says no one's watching. The live stream's messed up.
I see 5 on here.
Hey, Jimmy. Yes.
No, it's still on.
Yeah, it's still on. Hi, everybody. Sorry, we're having a little bit technical difficulty on the back end. People saying that they can't hear us, but can you guys still hear us? Okay. We're good. Okay, false alarm, guys. Sorry,
Sorry.
technology issue on the back end.
Yeah, it's at work.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, so back to where we were going. So Alex,
Sure.
Alex looks young, but he has a wealth of knowledge. he's an upcoming advisor, upcoming leader in our organization right now. He looks very young, but when I started working with him, I thought to myself, hey, he's so young. Like, what is he? Can I work with this guy? But actually, working with him over the last 5 years, I've learned so much, and I'm so happy to be in business with him. He's crucial to the success of our business because without him, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today as well. Because Mr. Tuan Lee and Thomas, they are there to provide leadership and knowledge and guidance. But on the day-to-day basis, Alex is here to keep us accountable, to support us. We're on text message all the time. He calls me at least 2 times a week or more. And without you, I don't think we can grow our business to the way it is today. So first of all, I just want to thank you for the last 6 years of business together. You're a brother, you're a partner to us, and I'm really happy to be able to work with you.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you, Jonathan. All the kind words. I think that actually this office has grown and become successful in the way it has in the last 2 years. It's actually mostly attributed to you guys. I think maybe we have 10% of the work, but 90% comes from Frank, Jonathan, and all the support staff in the office to grow to where you are today, right? It's not hard to do the business that we do, but at the same time, it's also not very easy. And you guys have done a lot of work, put in the effort, time to build this beautiful office, to build the book of business we have, and build just a very reputable brand in the community of Houston, right? So I congratulate you on that. And I know that we're also having this live stream because, Jonathan as well has recently hit a senior management promotion with the firm. So that's a big round of applause, right, Frank? Yes. We should congratulate John. 5 years of very hard work, starting from scratch, starting from nothing in Houston to where we are today. I think it's amazing, right? I think the financial services industry is the best industry to be in. I was so glad that Frank, you and I, we got to start at a very young age. I started when I was 22 years old, and I also didn't really know what I was doing. I came out of school as a student, and it was just an industry I wanted to learn more about, and I got the chance to do that here with our leadership, right? Some reasons I got into the financial services industry is, number one, I wanted to learn more about finance itself. I wanted to get the education so that, Frank, for my future, I can accomplish everything that I want.
Yes.
For me, is in the United States, you don't have to be wealthy. You don't have to make a bunch of money to reach your financial goals, right? You can become wealthy just by being smart with your money. You don't have to make 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 to create wealth. You just have to know what to do with your money. So that was the biggest thing. I wanted to come in, get licensed so that I can learn from my own personal finances. Today, I find that when I look at my portfolio, I look at my assets, my debts, and everything that I have today, I find that it is in a very good position. In fact, not to brag or gloat, it is in, based on the statistics that we read on, your age and the type of wealth that you have, because of what I learned in this business and because of what I was able to do, right? My assets are in the, top 1%, the highest of the entire country at my age. I'm very proud of that because why? At 22 years old, just like Frank, just like our other partners in the office, we just wanted to go learn and how to make it work for ourselves. Right? Now at 22, I wasn't making a ton of money. I was just learning what to do with my money that I was making at that time. So number one reason why I joined is I wanted to be in the best financial position possible, and that is the only way to do that is to immerse yourself in learning how to do that. Right? Number two is usually in the financial services industry, if you do it the right way, is you get to be your own boss. You get to be a business owner. You get to be an entrepreneur. And that is something that was very important for me. In my life, I've always understood that time is precious. Time is something that you can never buy back. Okay. I wanted to have control over my time. I wanted to be able to do whatever I want at any time that I want, Frank. And the only way to do that is to be your own boss. Right?
Yes.
Today, John, right? If you want to go on vacation, you want to take time off, you want to hang out with your family, you just don't feel like working, we can do that without having to ask anybody. And I've always wanted to be in control of my time and my my interests, and I was able to do that by being an entrepreneur in the financial services industry. And then lastly, maybe not lastly, is the number 3 is the income, right? At the end of the day, whatever that you do, you want to make sure that you have the chance to create a lifestyle for your family that you're looking for. Everybody has a different dream, a different lifestyle. For me, is I just never want my future family, my future spouse, my hopefully future children, and generations to come. I just don't want anybody ever have to worry about money. And working in finance, whether it be insurance, investments, retirement, planning for people's finances in general, it can do that for you, right? Through finance, you can help a family and create residual income. Through finance, you can help a family and make a nice commission when you help them with the life insurance, the long-term care, satisfying their protection needs. The finance world gave me a chance to live a lifestyle that I'm very proud of, and also be able to provide a lifestyle for my future family. Now, I'm not close to where I want to be just yet, but I know that I'm heading in the right direction. Right? So there's just a few reasons why I chose this industry. Number 1 is I wanted to learn more about money. I didn't learn it in school. I got a 4-year education and I got it in finance, but it was corporate finance. Right? Working for a company, accounting, revenue, forecasting. That's what you learn in school. Mm-hmm. But what about when you make your own money? What do you do with it? You don't learn that. Right? I'm very proud of the education I got at my college. I love the degree that I got, right? But at the same time, I was still missing something. So number 1 is I came because I wanted to learn, right? Number 2 is I wanted to control my own time, right? Time is very important for me. I wanted to be a business owner, an entrepreneur. And then number 3 is I wanted to be able to make good income for me and my future family. And this industry, this business, this office, right, that I work with in Houston, you guys allow me to do that. So I'm very proud of being in business with all of you. I congratulate you on your success and your promotion to senior manager, and you represent the organization very well in the city of Houston and the state of Texas.
Thank you, Alex. Really appreciate that. And thank you for sharing your story and insight. I think someone like yourself who, you're so young, yet you picked 3 very basic reasons, but very powerful reasons why you wanted to go into this business. And you could have got an analyst job at any financial firm. You could have gone in straight, be a financial advisor at like a Merrill Lynch or whatnot. But you chose to do this business because you saw what your family's done prior to this, your dad's done, and other people have, and you wanted to come learn for yourself. We all want to learn about our money, right? Because a lot of times we rely on that financial advisor, we rely on that banker, we rely on that agent to take care of it for us, but we really don't know what we have, right? We buy an insurance policy and we just throw it in the glove compartment or the cabinet, the drawer, and you really don't know what you have, right? Or you have a financial plan, or you're investing in your 401k, but you have no idea what you're doing, right? But coming here, you're able to learn for yourself at least, right? And the second thing is that time. Time is so important. You can never take back the time that already has passed, and you can never so-called make more time happen. But what you can do here is you can buy back time, right? By learning how to manage your money better. And I really value that a lot because my wife has her own business that she has to run, and she needs my support, and I need to take care of my daughter too because my wife running her business as well. And because of this business and because of this firm and working with Alex, that I learned to buy back and get back more time so that I can not only support my team and run this business, but also support my wife with her business and also be there as a father for my daughter, which is what I want to do.
And the only way you can do that is, you want to support your wife, you want to take care of your child, you want to spend time with all of them, and you want to make good money. You have to be your own boss. You have to be your own business owner. Tell me another career that somebody makes great income but also has the other things, right? Usually it's either or, right? Here it's this and that. And it's very powerful when you're a business owner and entrepreneur.
Yeah, and then one thing about income, Alex, very excited. Like when you talk to the team, you're talking about this year is the year that we're going to double, right?
Yeah.
And I think that can happen this year. That whatever goals that we want to do, because we have the support, because we have the wisdom, because we have the knowledge, we have the platform, you know, I think we really can double our income this year. Anybody that wants to come into this industry and make a new career or make extra income can double their income in some sort of way.
Yep.
And so I really think with your support and the backing of the firm and everything that you guys do for us, doubling our income is definitely something.
It's a done deal. I think it is a done deal this year. That's why I'm very excited. You know, it's been tough times for a lot of businesses and the economy, honestly, right? You can see it all around us, but because we work in such a needed field, a field that will never go out of style, it's always going to be a conversation. It's always going to be an important topic to deal with. That was never an issue for us in the last 3 years. In the last 3 years, we continue to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Very few companies can say in the last few years they continue to grow, right? So very excited for us.
Yeah, people always think like, you know, oh, people don't want to talk about money, but everybody wants to talk about it. It's just that people have it in their mind that like, oh, people don't want to talk about their money, but everybody does, because everybody wants to grow their money, they want to make money, and they want to protect their money. So, you know, through this business, I was able to do that for myself, and then I in turn able to help others as well. But now I'm looking for the opportunity to be able to help others do what I can do for others, right?
Right.
And Frank here is our model citizen, our newest agent here. He's crossed over the 1 year mark. You know, a lot of times, you know, when you're working in a job or you're working in a new career, you know, in the first year, it's all excited, right? But then now you're going into second year. Now you're starting to feel that, okay, hey, you know, I've seen the first year already. Now I'm coming into the second year. You know, Frank, can you kind of share with us, you know, a little bit about yourself? I know some of the audience kind of know you already. And Jin Yum here says, nói tiếng Việt đi, but sorry, this is an English live stream today. So we will use technology to repeat this live stream in Vietnamese, but you know, we're going to be able to port in people from out of state and whatnot, so we're going to have some fun with the live stream.
Okay.
But to focus today on English, if you could share a little bit about yourself, because we may have some new audiences that are watching this live stream today. If you share about yourself and maybe share with us, hey, what have you learned in the last year? And you know, how do you feel so far, and what do you see the future looks like for you?
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, Alex, for sharing your stories. It was really powerful. For those of you who never seen me before, my name is Frank. I've worked at this office, the Paramic, for about a little bit over 1 year now. A little bit about my background, though. I came from Vietnam when I was 17 or 18 in 2011, and I spent most of my time in New York. I moved out here in 2018, and you know, when I first came here, it was really tough for me because, you know, I tried to apply go to high school to learn English, but they told me I was too old to go to high school, but I was 17, so I didn't know how that worked. So I applied for a GED program, and I was the first person to graduate from my GED class. And then I went on to college, but at such a young age, I didn't know what I wanted to be. I didn't know what I wanted to do in the future. So when I came into the classes, and then the teachers, the professors, they asked me like a simple question, like how they always ask us, right? Hey, what do you see yourself in the next 5 or 10 years? And everybody was kind of having their own answers. I was like, I don't know, because I don't know what opportunities that I have, and I don't know what I was good at. So I spent most of my time in college just trying to figure out myself, trying to figure out what I want to be, what I'm good at. And up until this point, I was still unable to, until I came to this office. Because for the last 10 years, I was doing every kind of job that you can imagine. I was working in a nursing home, I was working in a restaurant, I was working in the medical field, I was dealing with all types of people, and I think I was stuck for 10 years because I didn't see any growth in me, but at the same time, I didn't know what else I could do. So I accepted the situation, and I was like just living day by day, you know, just trying to make it. And then at one point, I was kind of tired because of the same old every day. So I was just came up to my old manager and I just said I quit. I think that was a very brave move and very bold, and I was scared. But then on the next day, I don't know how this happened, but I saw Jonathan. He posted like a message on social media that he was looking for someone to work with him in the office, and I'm like, why not give it a shot? So I applied for it, and then I came to the office. And at the time, I didn't know anything about insurance, other than health insurance. I didn't expect to be where I am today, versus myself just 1 year ago. And I see a lot of growth. I see a lot of potential in me, and I give myself much more credits than I never did the last 10 years. And so I was very grateful. And just to get to the point where I am right now, if you ask me the same question like how my professors did, where do I see myself in 5 or 10 years, in the next 5-10 years, I now do have an answer for you. And this is doing what I'm doing right now, if not better, in the next 5 or 10 years. I'm at the beginning stage right now, but I feel like if I have the heart, because work doing this industry, it has to come from the heart. That's what I learned. The first thing, it has to come from the heart. You have to have the willingness to help the people if you want to go far. At first, I didn't think much about I didn't think much about the money, but as you do this from the heart and you start seeing the outcome, the results, and I'm like, okay, it's not so bad. I get to help people and I get to make more income. And now in my family or the people around me, now I have a certain value that they see in me that they never did before. It's like now, okay, hey, there's something that I need to ask Frank about finance or maybe insurance, auto, home, or anything. Now they come up to me and they ask me, and then I see values in myself. So I was like, okay, this is what I want to do in the next 5-10 years, and I want to be where Jonathan is right now. I want to be where Alex is right now. The only thing that I regret though is that I wish I did this maybe 5 or 10 years back when I was like 19 or 20.
Yeah.
And then if I was able to do that, I would be so much better off at this age right now. But it's not too late, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity. I'm just honored to be here with you guys. I'm still young and green. I'm still learning, but I get to spend my time with the people who have been here for maybe 30 years, 5 years, 13 years, and and they show me the way, they show me the path. But how I get there is totally up to me. And I just want to say thank you to everyone, especially to Jonathan, to Alex, to Gotong, and to those who support me. And I'm looking forward to be here for the long run.
All right, Alex.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
So, you hear it from Frank. Frank, you're right. You're not the only person out there that feels like they're lost and they don't know what to do with themselves, right? Because a lot of people out there, they're just going day to day, paycheck to paycheck, life to life, and they don't know until one day they, are blessed or they run into the right person, and it happened to be at that right moment that I posted that post and you were the first person to respond to it. And I thought to myself, man, this guy has no experience. and take the key thing, okay, audience, no experience, okay? But look at Frank today. Frank today now, his family, his friends, his community looks at him as a financial expert, even though he's only been in 1 year. But you know what, Frank? Because of the experience in the team that we're working in right now, we can compress that time for you. What took me 3 years, 5 years, only took you 1 year, to get my first 3 years out, right? So if you're saying that, hey, the next 5-10 years, well, your next 5 years could be compressed down. That takes 10 years, maybe you can compress down to 5 years, half the time, right? So that you could see the result that you're looking to do. I've seen so much change in you in the last year, and I'm so proud to be able to work with you and be able to have you part of the team. I know that you are like one of the crucial pieces to our team right now, right? And once you say that you want to be here for the next 5-10 years in this industry, I'm really excited to be part of that.
Me too.
Right? Because Alex and I, when we came together, we made a pact too, that we're small today, but one day we're going to grow a little bigger. Every year we grow bigger and better together. And I think if you, you have that same feeling, we can grow together too,
Yes, sir.
right? So thank you so much for sharing. Thank you much for sharing, Alex. The opportunity is huge in the financial service industry. You see someone like, Alex, so young, 28 years old now?
Yeah.
28 years old now. He started when he was 22. He could have gone out to get a regular job, probably get paid, $60,000, $80,000 a year. But he chose to invest himself here now. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know his income, but I'm pretty sure he makes probably 3 to 4 times more than if he were to get a normal job, right? And I look up to that. And Alex leads by example. He's not the type of guy where you go to your job and he points and tells you what to do, but he doesn't do, right? He leads by example. And those are the type of people that you need to surround yourself with to be successful, right? Frank, you're a go-getter, you're a fighter, and I like that about you. But like you said, you always work with your heart first. And sometimes I see that you care so much for your customers and you care so much for your friends and family. You want to help them so much. And that's what you need to go far in this business, okay? The want to help people. And hopefully one day, if you grow enough, you want to help others be like you, right?
Yes.
Just like me right now, I've grown to the point where I'm good at what I do. I can tout that, right? I am good at what I do, but what I want to get better at is I want to be able to make more Franks, right? I want to be like Alex, who support me to be who I am today, and I want to help Frank be like me, and I want to help more Franks out there.
Yes.
And I am inviting you guys in the audience, if you know somebody or you yourself, have an interest to have a career change, you want to make more income, you guys want to make side income, you don't need to have experience to work with us because we have the platform, we have the knowledge, we have everything that you need to be successful, and we can help you compress the time. All you need to do is just put out the effort,
Yes.
right? And put out the will that you want to make a change for yourself, your family, and you can do it. So, we're looking for specifically at least 10 people this year to run with us, to work with us, to grow with us. And there's a testament sitting right here in front of you that 2 young individuals, they're not pretty girls, but hopefully we can get more a nice mix of females and guys in the office. But we're looking for more people to join our team. It's been 6 years. We are excited for what we've accomplished so far, but it's just the beginning. And we want to grow our team in Houston and Texas.
Yes.
And so we're looking for people. So if you guys know anybody, please refer to us. It doesn't have to specifically be in Texas because our firm can work nationwide. So as those of you who are working outside of or watching from outside of Texas, if you have an interest in what we do, please contact us and we can find a way to support you. But specifically in Houston, I want to grow this Houston market. I believe that we can explode here, and we need some key people to help us do that. So thank you so much for joining our live stream today. I think our back-end team says that they want us to pause. Is that right? Okay. So thank you, Alex and Frank. We're going to have a quick pause here, guys, before we close out. So don't go away. Stick around for our closing, and we'll be right back.